On August 22nd, 2025, the YouTube channel called Kaju Friends uploaded an episode of its talk series, Talk Teen, featuring casting director Noh Min-mi. Now, for longtime fans of BTS, her name might already sound familiar. She's the person who helped bring several of the members into BigHit, including Jungkook. And in the interview, she opened up about what it means to be a casting director, her memories of scouting Jungkook as Superstar K, and her belief in the trainees who would one day become BTS. Now, in today's video, we're gonna unpack not just what she said, but also what it means in the broader story of BTS. And we will look at how her perspective lines up with Jungkook's own account from the book, beyond the story 10-year record of BTS, the way she's stayed connected to the members over the years, and finally how this ties into her new role at Retopia Salon, which is a company founded by former HYBE or BigHit staff, now preparing to launch their own group. Okay, so this should be interesting. So again, on August 22nd, 2025, the YouTube channel Kaju Friends uploaded an interview with casting director Noh Min-mi, who revealed the story of how she first cast BTS Jungkook. Now, Kaju Friend is part of Kakao Entertainment's Junior Friends initiative, which is a project centered on teenagers and their experiences in the entertainment world. And one of its flagship shows is Talk Teen, which is a talk series where the teenage host sits with industry veterans to hear what the path into entertainment really looks like. Now, for its third episode, the guest was Noh Min-mi, the casting director who helped bring BTS members into BigHit Entertainment, several BTS members. Now, Noh is now a director at Retopia Salon's Artist Development Lab and has worked in rookie development for 16 years. BTS fans know her as one of the people who shaped the group's lineup after RM and J-Hope. And in her interview, she explained what a casting director does, revisited BTS trainee days, and told the unusual story of how Jungkook ended up signing with BigHit. So she explained that her job had two parts. One was casting, which is finding trainees through auditions, street scouting, or project recommendations. The other was training, which is helping them polish their visuals, skills, personality, and mindset. She said it's like finding raw stones and polishing them into gems, then helping those gems shine on stage. Now, the host asked the question, "You're well known for casting BTS. What was it like the first time you saw them?" She said when Noh joined the company, RM and J-Hope were already trainees. The first member she influenced directly was Suga. She said his talent was obvious, but his smile was irresistible. I remember telling my senior we should really pick him, she recalled. And yeah, Suga's smile is really something. And that story reminded me of this video. Suga's auditioning for BigHit Entertainment, which you can find online on YouTube, where he does the rapping. But it was her encounter with Jungkook that really felt truly faded. Noh first spotted him at a Superstar K audition site swarming with casting directors. She said, "I sat in the front row to make sure I could meet the good ones quickly. Then I saw this kid, bright, clear eyes, cute, almost glowing. I thought he's special. Almost like I was hypnotized, I handed him my card and got his contact info. Right after that, directors from every company rushed over to him. And yes, he received 7 name cards, as it turns out." She said, "Normally, if you cast someone, they have to go through an audition. Only after passing do they sign as a trainee. But I told the company," here she's talking about BigHit, "he's getting approached by so many others. I don't want to lose him. What should we do?" And unusually, the company said, "If you think he's right, let's just sign him." And here I think she's referring to Bang Xiao when she says the company, a BigHit. She said, I was really surprised because that never happens. But I didn't want to miss him, so I called Jungkook and started talking with his father. I said we would like to sign him. His father asked, other companies are scheduling auditions. Why is BigHit saying let's sign right away? And I, almost like I was possessed, answered, he has potential. I need to bring him in. When I first called Jungkook, his ringtone was a 2 a.m. song, the boy group, four-member boy group. At the time, we were managing 2 a.m. BigHit, so I even mentioned we're the company that manages 2 a.m. I spoke with his father on the phone for several days. Then one day, he suddenly called back and said we will sign with BigHit. Later, I heard other companies had begged. We will wait in front of Seoul Station. Just give us 5 minutes. But his father told them, nope, I'm signing with BigHit. And that's how we made the contract. Wow, that does really sound like destiny. She said, it felt like destiny. His father trusted us. The company let us skip the audition and everything clicked. Even now, I find it amazing. That's the charm of casting, being at that time in that place like it's fate. The host asked, back then, no one was paying attention to these trainees. What potential did you see in them? Noh Min-mi said, I honestly believed they would succeed. Like in the song Blood, Sweat, and Tears, 피땀 눈물, they practiced until the soles of their shoes wore out. I always thought, these kids are going to make it. And for the ones I raise, I always believe they will do well. The question, now that they are global stars, how does it feel to see them? Noh Min-mi said, I feel so proud and happy. The funny part is, when I meet them, they go right back to those days. With the rookie development team, nunas or staff, nuna means like older sisters in Korean, but we use that word to refer to some females older than you. Okay, if you're guys. Where are we? Oh yeah, with the rookie development team, nunas or staff, even though they are world stars, they joke around just like trainees. And as we chat, I sometimes forget they are global stars. It makes me proud that we can go back to that time together and share those memories. It's something I will always treasure. Okay, and she said a lot of other stuff during this interview too, but that's what she mentioned about her days during BigHit, at BigHit, and about BTS. Okay, so Noh Min-mi's account is one side of the story. The industry veteran's perspective on spotting a diamond in rough, and that was really cool. But beyond the story, 10-year record of BTS paints the picture from Jungkook's own vantage point. So I wanted to quickly go through this, which I have talked about in my series, book reading series of 10-year record of BTS, the book. And I think that I did this particular chapter last year. So it's from the chapter 1, called Soul. The section is titled Season 2. I will attach a link of that video in this description. Okay? So Season 2. The book says, as BTS debut began shaping up, the trainees at BigHit Entertainment were divided into two groups. One was the high potential group of trainees who seemed ready for their debut, and the other group was made up of trainees whose debut wasn't yet confirmed. RM, Suga, and J-Hope were in the first group. Jungkook was famously brought on by BigHit Entertainment in 2011 at one of the auditions for Superstar K3, a TV audition program on Mnet. But the story of how a Busan middle schooler named Chun Jungkook decided to come to Cheonggu Building in Seoul is a bit more complicated than that. Cheonggu Building is where BigHit was originally located at. Okay, Jungkook had already received business cards from 7 different entertainment companies during the Superstar K auditions. None of them really told me why they wanted to sign me. I remember one of the companies wanted me to come to a hotel room near the Superstar K audition site for an audition. They wanted to get a video of me singing. The first reason BigHit managed to beat the odds and secure Jungkook was, oddly enough, MBC's Star Audition, The Great Birth, 위대한 탄생, a direct competitor to Superstar K. On that show, Bang Seok was featured as a mentor for the auditioning hopefuls. Jungkook says, Bang Seok was famous, according to my dad, and he suggested I try going into his company. Just as RM used the internet to learn about rap artists, Jungkook searched the internet for more information on BigHit Entertainment and learned of the rapper trainees there who were preparing for their debut, including RM, whose rap videos were available on YouTube. Jungkook says, RM Hyung's rap was great and his English was so impressive. I said, this is where I will go. But when he auditioned for Superstar K, Jungkook wasn't sure he wanted to be a singer necessarily. Sports, art, music. I was pretty good at arts and sports, which made me think maybe this is where my aptitude is. So as I was wondering whether to do sports or art, I thought, why not try becoming a singer? That was a job a lot of people would appreciate, so I auditioned. It wasn't exactly a joke, but I wasn't worrying myself going, what if I fail either? Meeting rap monster RM, whom Jungkook had gotten to know through an internet search, as well as a host of other rappers at the dorm he eventually entered, was like seeing a new world open before him. From his first day there in June 2011, it was like getting several older brothers all at once. Jungkook remembers. J-Hope would come back to the dorm really late and take out a meal from the fridge and eat it, while going, do you want some? To me. And the Hyungs would take their new little brother everywhere. Jungkook laughs as he remembers. Not long after I entered the dorm, one of the Hyungs played a prank on me. He claimed anyone who just moved in had to buy everyone 빙수, 팥빙수. So I did, and we all ate it together. The three Hyungs who had gone to audition to achieve their dreams. The little brother who went to an audition program and became a trainee after being inspired by such Hyungs. This slight generational difference foreshadowed that the world was about to change, not only for Jungkook, but for the rapper trainees as well. This, season 2, as referred to by J-Hope, was a prelude to Idol season. To the future members of BTS, idols, along with hip-hop and their bond with each other, became another cornerstone of their identity. So that was a section called Season 2 of Chapter 1, titled Soul of the book, Beyond the Story 10-Year Record of BTS. So yeah, at just a middle schooler from Busan, Jungkook talked about the Superstar K3 auditions with 7 business cards in hand. And none of them, really told me why they wanted to sign me, he recalled, right? And one company even asked them to come to a hotel room nearby so they could film him singing. Now, for a 13-year-old, the attention was overwhelming, but it wasn't yet clear that singing would be his future. And he admits he was still weighing, sports, art, or music, thinking, why not just give this a try? Now, what ultimately tipped the balance was, according to this section, the book, was his father's respect for Bang Seok, who was then appearing as a mentor on a Star Audition, The Great Birth, and Jungkook's own discovery of RM through online rap videos. He said, Hyung's rap was great and his English was so impressive. This is where I will go, he said. Now, by June 2011, Jungkook had moved into BigHit's trainee dorm, and the book captures the small human moments that made him stay. J-Hope coming home late, sharing food from the fridge, older members, teasing him into buying bingsu as the new kid tax. And in his words, it was like suddenly gaining several big brothers all at once. Where is it? Yeah, there you go. And This was what J-Hope later called season 2, the prelude to their idol era. And for Jungkook, the decision wasn't just about being cast. It was about finding a home among Hyungs who had already chosen this uncertain path. And it's that generational overlap, the rappers chasing their own dreams, and the youngest member inspired to follow, that gave the team its unique chemistry from the start. Okay? Now, after the interview was uploaded, Noh Min-mi posted about it on Instagram. She explained that her friend Jung Jae-min, who is a producer and casting director at Kakao Entertainment, had invited her onto the show. She joked that she rushed to lose 6 kilos before filming, but it wasn't enough, asking followers to overlook her double chin and leave only kind comments. And she thanked the production team for editing her appearance nicely, praised host Kim Gyu-ram, and expressed gratitude to her colleagues at Retopia Salon, her company. And most of all, she wrote that she loves and supports all the artists she has given birth to with my eyes and raised with my heart. She later added a story post with a screenshot of an article highlighting her Jungkook anecdote, captioning it, "Thanks to Jungkook, it even made the news. 꾸기 덕분에 기사도 났구만." Now, Jung Jae-min, her friend who works at Kakao Entertainment, also reposted, writing, "Thanks to Min-mi, our channel is getting mentioned in the news." Because, Kaju Friends is a channel by Kakao Entertainment. So the buzz, unsurprisingly, revolved around Jungkook's casting story. Now that naturally raises the question, if you're ARMY, is Jungkook's name being used for promotion? And I guess in one sense, yes, that story is what makes the interview newsworthy. But in another sense, is the most powerful way Noh Min-mi can demonstrate her track record. Without BTS, her casting story wouldn't draw the same attention. So I guess it's both a promotional tactic and an authentic reminder of her role. And it's clear that her connection to BTS isn't just for a show. On November 22nd, 2023, she posted a signed autographed golden album from Jungkook with a note. "To Min-mi 누나, how are you? I'm doing well. It reminds me of the old days. Stay healthy, JK. 잘 지내요? 전 잘 지내요. 옛날 생각이 납니다. 건강하세요." And that kind of personal gesture suggests a relationship built over more than a decade, not a, superficial tie, I guess. And on June 13th, 2025, she also attended J-Hope's Hope on the Stage final concert, celebrating BTS' 12th anniversary. Her caption read, "Thanks to Hoseok, I really got to enjoy BTS' 12th anniversary. Thank you, Hobi. Handsome J-Hope, sexy J-Hope, 잘생겼다 J-Hope, 섹시하다 J-Hope." That's the fan chant, right? She's referring to that. Hope on the Stage final 2025 06-113. It was so great to see everyone again after such a long time. And Noh later shared a set of old autographs from BTS 2013 mini album, Oh Are You Late Too, adding that she had been flooded with warm memories after attending J-Hope's concert. She wrote, "Looking back at these old albums after Hobi's concert left me so emotional. Jin, V, and Jimin's notes are max level mischievous, so I'll keep those safe. But thanks to Namjoon's words, I realize I've been living happily and staying strong no matter where I am. Let's all keep fighting, me and you both." And the messages captured the members' voices from their rookie days. RM, at the time, Rap Monster, Namjoon, said, "Always thinking of you, Min-mi 누나. It feels like so much time has passed that it's almost like we were never even together. I always miss you. No matter where you are, I hope you stay strong and live happily." Suga wrote, "To Min-mi 누나. Nuна, thanks to your rookie development skills, we were able to win the Rookie Award. It's all because of you. I always feel grateful to you. Thank you so much. Since we live close by, let's meet often, Nuna. I love you." J-Hope wrote, "To Min-mi Nuna. Nuna, there's really so much I want to say to you, but I can't write it all here. Thank you so much for always thinking of us and keeping in touch. In my memory, there will always be BigHit Entertainment's rookie development team. I will always love you. Jungkook wrote, to Min-mi Nuna, thanks to you, I have come this far. I'm really thankful. From now on, I will work even harder. Please keep watching over me. Someday, I will buy you a meal. Haha. Nuna, I love you. Thank you. Okay. So when you look at Noh Min-mi's appearance on Tokteen and the way Jungkook's name drove headlines, it connects to something bigger happening right now. So Noh is currently part of a new company called Retopia Salon, which was officially launched earlier this year by several longtime HYBE staff or BigHit staff who worked on BTS in their early days. Founded by Woo-jung, who's a CEO, who was a former HYBE label's Japan VP. That was someone else. So Woo-jung is a CEO. She's the creator of Run BTS and the one who really formalized self-produced idol content, 작건, which is now considered the standard for K-pop fandom engagement. She also oversaw In the Soup, Bon Voyage, and essentially built the playbook for how idols keep fans hooked through non-stage content. Also founded by Kim Surin, she's a now CCO, and she used to be former HYBE label's Japan VP. And she designed BTS fan-facing events from Festa to TXT and ENHYPEN's photo books and fan meetings. And she's the one who framed the visual experience of fandom. And also Park Jun-soo, former HYBE original content studio senior producer, now COO of this company. And they directed all the big BTS reality and film projects, Burn the Stage, Break the Silence, even 17's In the Soup, and Now the company describes itself as aiming to make dreams real, combining artist management with content production. And their first major project is a new boy group, with auditions already underway in Korea and abroad. And reports say they want to lean into their background in storytelling and fan-centered content, which was central to BTS growth. Now, why am I talking about that? Because that said, this is where things could get sensitive for armies. Because anytime ex-HYBE staff, ex-BigHit staff position themselves by pointing to their BTS past, fans can feel like BTS name is being used as marketing. And that criticism isn't without weight, because BTS achievements were not just about content, but also the members' own drive and creativity. And Rtopia Salone's founders clearly hope their track record gives them credibility, which is nothing wrong. But whether they can stand on their own without BTS will be the real test. In fact, when Korean media covered the launch of Retopia Salon earlier this year, many headlines mentioned BTS in February because Woo-jung, the company's CEO, is best known as the producer who created Run BTS and helped establish the entire format of idol self-produced content, 자체 콘텐츠. And for ARMY, it's naturally feel cautious when BTS name, again, appears in connection with someone else's new venture. Still, I feel like Pang's recent interview sheds light on her perspective after 14 years at BigHit/HYBE, which is the very reason why I decided to talk about this. Now, because she shares the same surname, last name, Pang, some fans once speculated that Woo-jung might be related to Pang Xiao, and she even talked about this in her interview. She clarified that she had deliberately kept out of the spotlight all these years, saying, I stayed behind the scenes to focus on making good content, but now, with trainees preparing to debut and a company to run, I need to step forward and speak for myself. So yeah, she's not related to Pang Xiao. Now, Woo-jung joined BigHit in 2010 with a background in video production and design. And I'm getting all this from her interview articles featured by 중앙 Daily and 일간 Sports. Okay, so so she joined BigHit in 2010 with a background in video production and design, and over the years helped shape what's now called self-produced content. And at a time when BTS had no easy access to broadcast platforms, she helped them carve out their own stage on YouTube. And Bangtan TV became home for everything. Vlogs, Bangtan TV, radio shows, mukbangs, and practice clips, travel diaries. And what began as simple uploads grew into the foundation of BTS fan culture, giving rise to Run BTS, Festa, Bon Voyage, and In the Soup. And within HYBE, Pang Woo-jung eventually rose to lead the creative studio, turning content into a business model that has since become standard across K-pop. But after more than a decade, she decided to walk away. As she explained, the early BigHit years were a kind of utopia. Small teams working directly with BTS, every idea sparking immediate results. As the company scaled, her role narrowed and the fun began to fade, she said. So she told Bang Xiao she wanted to leave. At first, Bang Xiao resisted, but later supported her decision, saying he understood her desire to find enjoyment again by doing my own thing, she said. Now, her ties with BTS remain intact. At Retopia's opening ceremony earlier this year, members sent congratulatory flowers even while serving in the military, and J-Hope stopped by in person, leaving a Polaroid photo right here. And Bang Woo-jung recalled that when she shared her decision to depart, the members were sad but supportive, which could be proof that her departure wasn't about conflict, but about choosing a new path. Now, looking ahead, she says, Retopia's first major project is a boy group, with auditions already underway in Korea and abroad. And Bang admitted she originally wanted to create a girl group, but felt more confident beginning with boys because of the strong co-creation culture between male idols and their fans. Interesting. She said, if we debuted in the same way as everyone else, we won't survive. We need to do something truly different and fun. So yeah, I feel like hearing these behind the scene voices can be fascinating, which is why I decided to bring this up in this video. But again, they could also raise some questions. BTS success was ultimately their own, their talent, their creativity, their relentless work ethic. Still, figures like Noh Min-mi and Bang Woo-jung remind us of the hidden scaffolding, so to say, that shaped the group's path. From casting decisions to the creation of Run BTS and other fan traditions. And for fans, I would like to say nothing here takes away from the fact that BTS themselves made their success possible. But it's still kind of notable to hear directly from one of the people who was behind the camera during those early years. Someone whose fingerprints are on many of the self-made traditions that fans cherish. So, what do you think? Do these stories from casting directors and producers add to your appreciation of BTS history, or do they kind of risk overshadowing the members' own agency? And when former HYBE staff build new companies and point to BTS as part of their legacy, do you see that as natural industry practice or as, leaning too heavily on BTS name? Let us know your thoughts because, in the end, one could say the history of BTS isn't just about the members themselves, but also about how fans interpret the stories told around them. So share your thoughts by writing comments in the comment section. But when you do so, let's stay positive, respectful, and classy. Peace, love. Bye-bye.